Hold that thought. It's a 1986 Honda XR600R. Gold wheels, super trap exhaust, headlight and tail, new tires, new chain, just recommissioned in-house. Senior's been doing 3-gear wheelies all the way up the driveway in this thing. Just started the camera. Yeah, that's right, for the YouTube channel. That's right. You can tell he's done this before.
Wow! I can't say I've ever ridden fatter wheelies up the driveway than I just did on this thing, and it's easy to see how Scott Summers won 9 AMA National Championships off-road, smoking all the 2-strokes, all the 125s, 250s, and 500s on this same exact bike right here. It shifts beautifully, it's got power everywhere, and I can only describe the power as effortless. The motor doesn't even feel like it's working hard. It's just front end pops right up, right over idle. And you can 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th gear on the rear wheel. And going down the road, cruising along at 60 miles an hour all day long. Man, we really f***ed the lawn up here, man. We did. I gotta come up here with the landscape rake and fix it. This bike is one sexy bitch. It is just silky smooth, tons of torque. It's like it's a supermodel, okay? If this was a woman, it's a freaking supermodel. It's beautiful. Red with the gold rims. Just a stunning classic that's really makes you wonder why'd they stop making these? Because the XR600R can't hold a candle to this thing. It's too heavy. Complicated. This thing's just sick. I don't even want to sell it. This thing's awesome. Junior's only been filming me for about 10 minutes. I've been riding it for about a half an hour, around and around and around the compound. It's just awesome. Look how beautiful the woods look, all the flowers coming up in there. What a beautiful machine. Fucker, it's really violent. This is silky smooth horsepower, man. Imagine the ones that were built like the big war kicks and shit. Wow. That was a hoot. Wow, what a cool machine, man. What are your thoughts on that bike? What's happening, guys? I don't know if you ever had a chance to ride one of these. If you do, then you know what I'm about to talk about. This thing is I'm going to put this in top 5 most fun test rides I've done. I'm partial to the big bore 4-strokes. I have an XR650 right over there, a 2018, and a KLR 650, a 2004, that both have the stage 1 kits done to them. But this one has better suspension, it's lighter, and I think that's the biggest difference, is how light it is. If you know these XR600s, you know that they are multi-time national championship winning bikes. Scott Summers won 9 Grand National Championships against the 2-strokes, and it's just an awesome bike. This one's in mint shape. The original tank is in really nice shape. It's got a brand new seat cover on it, brand new rear fender and tail light. It's got a new rear tire on it, new gold chain. The bars are Renthal bars with a brand new Renthal crossbar pad, new ODI grips, new levers, a new headlight with the bulb and glass in there. The headlight works great, new front fender. It's a sexy looking bike, man, with the gold rims, the gold chain. The engine's been all repainted, the frame's been touched up, and the bike, if you look at the bottom of the frame rails, obviously a bike that was not ridden in GNCC because they're perfectly straight and in excellent condition. Usually those get all hammered and bent up, so this bike obviously wasn't abused off-road. Another clue that this is a low-mile original is the original rims are in excellent shape, as are the spokes and the bottom of the fork tubes. Usually,
they're a little dirty now after your test ride.
Yeah, it needs to go back to dock for a quick wash and buff and wax, because obviously I took it up the dusty hill, and it's a little dusty right now. Suspension works great on the bike. The clutch is very easy pull on the clutch. The clutch and throttle pull are very light. And when I was riding this, I was thinking about Scott Summers and those guys running the Baja 1000 on this, and 2-hour Grand National cross country races at 10 speed. And it's just the ease of forward momentum on this thing. It's a very unstressed motor. You don't have to rev it high, and it just pulls like a freight train. I could see going 60 to 80 miles an hour for 1,000 miles on this bike, and why it won so many GNCCs. Looking at the spec sheet here, it's a 4-stroke, single-cylinder, single overhead cam, 4-valve with a radial 4-valve combustion chamber, 591 cc's, a 9-to-1 compression. It's air-cooled, very simple motor. Has a 38mm piston valve key and carburetor, solid-state ignition, and it's rated for 46 horsepower, which is a lot of horsepower, but you'd expect that. It's a 600cc bike, right? 5-speed transmission, has a 520 gold O-ring chain, 43mm air adjustable leading axle Showa cartridge fork with 8-position compression dampening, with 11.6, almost 12 inches of travel in the front and 11 inches in the rear. The rear is a Pearl Link single Showa shock with spring preload, 20-position compression, and 20-position rebound damping adjustability. 21-inch front, 18-inch rear, 57-inch wheelbase, and a 37-inch seat height. Has 13.6 inches of ground clearance, and the dry weight is 266 pounds with a 2.6-gallon gas tank. So Honda, realizing the more cc's meant more power, injected 100 cc's into the 85 XR500 to the XR500 engine, making the XR500 an XR600 in 85. This is the 86 model. This made a strong running machine run a bit stronger. Other changes included an aluminum rather than steel swing arm, a dry sump, engine oiling system, and frame changes. Except for graphics, the bike didn't really change at all until 1988. Here's where we talk about the racing pedigree. How many motorcycles can you name that won the Baja 1000 races spanning a 12-year period? Not to mention 9 off-road championships and dozens of other major off-road events. Only one motorcycle makes the cut, Honda's mighty XR600R. Honda's off-road 4-strokes have been immensely successful in terms of both sales and race wins for decades, and the most successful of them all is this legendary XR600R right here. This one's got some tasty upgrades. It's got a Super Trap exhaust, the Renthal bars, new tires, and it's tuned perfectly. It absolutely hauls the mill. The XR600R introduced a number of key features, not the least of which centered on its engine, a power plant that produced lots of grunty torque, as well as class-leading top-end horsepower, all spread over an easy-to-ride, seemingly limitless range. It retained the 500cc single overhead cam 4-valve radial RFBC combustion chamber for maximum valve area, and the XR is fed by 2 28mm key-in carbs, the same as the 500s, but with revised jetting, and it has a new, longer twin head pipe system and a redesigned muffler spark arrestor, which was replaced with this adjustable and tunable Super Trap exhaust. So, just an awesome machine. It's a Baja 1000 winning champion, with long travel suspension, Awesome steel down tube frame and aluminum swing arm. Easy access, no tools required, airbox cover, and 160 watt generating light system as a result of the Baja influence. So just an awesome piece. First won its Baja 1000 in 19. The remarkable XR600R made headlines throughout its long model life. It won its first Baja 1000 in 1986 by 45 minutes, thanks to riders Chuck Miller and Bruce Ogilvy, who are both current and longtime Honda employees. In all, the 600 would win the Baja 1000 4 times, the Baja 500 3 times, the Nevada Valley once, and the Barstow to Vegas once, and more desert races than you can count. It also was amazingly versatile. Scott Summers built his reputation by winning 9 AMA National Championships contested in the woods, 4 in hare scrambles, and 5 in the Grand National Cross Country on this exact XR600. Summers also won 3 gold medals in the International 6 Days Enduro, the Olympics of motorcycle racing, against the best enduro racers from every nation on their own ground, proving this was, and to this day of that era, was the ultimate off-road weapon. Through the years, the XR600 was campaigned in motocross and dirt track races as well, yet throughout its design evolution, it never moved far from the original concept. So, awesome pedigree, racing pedigree, and just a fantastic piece. Dirt Rider did some tests on the bike. There's a bunch of information online. Here's a picture of a guy racing this thing through the desert, period correct gear. I have a work order I can go over with you. We just put quite a bit of time and money into preservation services on this bike. So she's ready to go to the next owner. I already mentioned quite a bit of it, the new tires and whatnot. But total of 13 hours in the detail shop, painting the frame and the engine and touching the bike up and putting the new plastics on it. 9.5 hours in the service department. The bike was power washed. The frame and subframe were painted. The forks were polished. The motor was painted black. The hubs were touched up black. The exhaust was painted black. And there's a total of $543 in parts. And we also had the bike go up to Jeff up at, we outsourced some of our work to Jeff over at All Sport. And let's see, where's his work order? What did he do to it? Jeff changed the oil, flushed the brake fluid. Let's see, rebuilt the carburetors, micro drilled the pilot jet, adjusted the valves, straightened the front brake rotor, and cleaned and honed the front brake caliper, and made some other tune-up adjustments on the bike. So basically adjusted the valves, cleaned the carburetor, put an air filter in it, all that stuff. So the parts list reads as follows: new rear Dunlop tire, new ODI grips, new CR High Ricky Johnson bars, new headlight shell, new 450 by 18 tube, new 520 by 120 gold chain, new mud flap CR style, new tank decal set, new front brake lever, new clutch lever, new rear fender, new rear brake light, and a new seat cover. So $543 in parts, plus the outsourced labor and the labor we did in-house here, a total of, let's see, 23.5 hours labor plus parts. And the outsourced labor came to $3,122 was invested in the bike to get it into its race-ready condition right now. So, Junior, is there anything you'd like to add about this kick-ass classic Honda XR?
Yeah, I don't know if this video would be complete if we don't pick it up Scott Summers style. My knee's been bothering me a little bit because Shaylin and I ran 30 miles last week. Can I pick it up?
No, I think you should use the video. We already picked it up in another video. Just use that one.
I want to pick it up again.
There's a video of Junior picking this bike up when we first got it. I'll show you the as-purchased condition. It looked pretty good then. It looks much better now. So, yeah, I definitely don't want you to pick it up if your knee hurts. And plus, it's probably still warm from the test ride. You might burn yourself on the pipe. So, just an awesome piece. Definitely Kaplan America approved. Bike that I would be thrilled. If this was my only off-road bike, I'd be happy with this. You can ride it on the track or trail or take it out in the desert, anywhere you want to go. Good luck bidding on the bike. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.